Welcome to our YouTube channel, dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities and more. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comment section. Good luck. Now, let's proceed with the latest Iraq dinar news and intel today. Please take these information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. Something's happening behind the scenes, and it's happening fast. Before we dive into the full updates, pay close attention to the momentum building across Iraq. A nationwide transition to electronic payments is just days away. The central bank is openly narrowing the gap between the market and official exchange rates, and elite firms like Ernst Young are now deeply involved in restructuring Iraq's biggest banks. These aren't isolated headlines. They're part of a calculated setup. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'll walk you through why the idea of waiting 2 to 3 years simply doesn't line up with what's really happening. This could change how you look at the entire timeline, and it's closer than people think. From Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z via PDK. In Iraq, Al-Fateh, the smuggling of the region's oil will not stop until the approval of the oil and gas law. We do expect to see the budget tables and the gas and oil law to hit Parliament at any moment. I'm hearing a lot of chatter it may hit tomorrow. Am trying to stay calm. From Newshound Intel Guru Mountain Goat, they are telling us they must get these hordes of cash inside the banks. Nearly 90% of the cash dinars are still outside the banking system. So this step is first to concentrate on the in-country dinars. Next, they are going to come after the out-of-country dinars. I asked my CBI contact, does this also include our dinars, held outside Iraq with investors? I was told yes, if they don't retrieve these dinars in-country first. Before the revaluation, there will be too much in the money supply and hyperinflation will occur, she told me. They would first retrieve these hordes then by revaluing the dinar in country, then bring out the lower denominations. From Intel Guru Frank 26 Iraq Boots on the Ground report. From Firefly. Saleh back on TV today, talked about how a fixed rate is better than a floating rate, and talked about how sometimes revaluation of currency can help solve black markets. From Frank. Everything that is required for the new exchange rate to come out is being put in position. Even the removal of the Iran's profiteering is about to come to an end. From Newshound Guru Militiaman, Iraq truly does have security and stability. Just because another nation is having some serious dialogue doesn't mean that is a hindrance to the progression of what is taking place, because it's a lot bigger than two countries. It's a global issue. From guest boots on the ground Guru Maxis, I just spoke with my staff in Baghdad, and half of my staff has been sent home for a couple of weeks. Question: are you still in the States? Any plans on going back? I am considered essential, so I am going back on the 17th. From Newshound Guru Clare, article: after 19 days, a financial shift directly affects Iraqis' pockets. Quote, 19 days separate Iraq from implementing a ban on cash payments in government institutions and adopting all government payments electronically. The Iraqi government has decided to ban cash payments at government institutions starting next July and to adopt all government payments electronically. In this effort, awareness campaigns have been launched to encourage the adoption of electronic payment systems and move away from the traditional cash-based culture. From Newshound Intel Guru FNU LNU. Article: Iraq is embarking on a comprehensive restructuring of its banking sector with the assistance of leading international consultancy firms, according to Dr. Saleh Salman, advisor to the Iraqi Prime Minister, speaking at the Iraq-Britain Business Council (IBBC) spring conference in London on Tuesday. Quote, the Iraqi government has appointed Ernst Young to restructure 6 of the country's 7 state-owned banks, including the Industrial Bank, Real Estate Bank, Rafadain Bank, and Rashid Bank. Here we have proof positive, with no exceptions, that the RV is not happening this year. Banking reforms are going to take 2 to 3 years. From Newshound Guru Samson, article Al-Nusayri, the central bank's policies and procedures have contributed to narrowing the gap between the parallel and official exchange rates. Quote, economic and banking advisor Samir Al-Nusayri expects the U.S. dollar exchange rate to gradually decline to approach the official exchange rate. From Intel Newshound Guru Mark Zia PDK. Question: do we have to wait for this war to finish before we've seen an RV? From Mark Z. Overwhelmingly, what I have heard from bond contacts, group contacts, paymasters, and Iraq contacts, they all agree that this acceleration of unrest and this conflict in Iran will move things forward. They believe this will wrap up loose ends and finish this revaluation. They all agree this will not be a delay or a speed bump, but will accelerate the reset, so I am hopeful. From Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report. From Firefly, TV is talking about a procedure done by the CBI has led to an all-time narrowing of the gap between the parallel market and the official rate. From Frank, it is good to see the CBI bragging about narrowing the gap between the official exchange rate and the market rate. Once it does reach 1-to-1, that will be positioned for it to be ready to float internationally to reach the REER. The monetary reform is putting everything in position, and we can see it. And it's exciting. From Newshound Intel Guru Walking Stick. Iraqi banks are mirroring our banks in the United States. In my opinion, these international standards are not for 1310. They're not. It makes no sense. That's why 1310 has become silent. It doesn't make sense internationally. It doesn't make sense logically. There has to be a new rate. From Newshound Guru Militia Man, we have a lot of geopolitical information coming out. The news is really back and forth. I like to focus on the progress. Sudani, Sami, Alak have addressed long-standing structural issues and challenges. They've reduced oil dependency, and they've created financial stability, and they've fostered sustainable growth. They've been focused on economic diversification, non-oil revenue streams. Before ending with few more updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is profiteering. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watch the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Newshound Guru Clare, article: Government advisor, the Iraqi dinar is stable, but the parallel market is witnessing a significant decline in the value of the dollar. Quote, Saleh confirmed that the Iraqi dinar is witnessing remarkable stability, noting that the stability of the exchange rate represents an important indicator in financing the demand for external transfers for trade purposes at a fixed and stable rate. From Newshound Intel Guru FNU LNU, article: The Iraqi private sector confronts significant obstacles that must be addressed to unlock the country's economic potential, according to Professor Frank Gunter of Lehigh University, speaking at the Iraq-Britain Business Council IBC Spring Conference in London recently. This clarifies my analysis that Iraq is simply not ready for monetary policy changes or economic revamping. There will not be an RV anytime soon, but it will happen. All the annual financial reports I have read, 84 pages, say exactly what Professor Frank Gunter says in his address to the IBBC crowd. And finally, the last update is from Intel Guru Frank 26. The money they have to back up their currency is astronomical. That fact alone allows me to sleep at night with comfort because I know this is happening. I know it's coming. Now, here's my take on these updates today. In my opinion, this latest batch of updates shows that Iraq isn't just talking about monetary reform. They're actively doing the work. From digital payment rollouts to banking overhauls, All signs point to serious preparation for a shift in the value of the dinar. One of the more exciting pieces comes from Clare's update, highlighting that Iraq is only a few weeks away from banning all cash payments in government institutions. That's a huge move toward a cashless, more accountable system. And you don't implement something like that unless you're laying the groundwork for a currency reform. Mountain Goat's take also caught my attention. She pointed out that nearly 90% of Iraq's cash is still outside the banking system, and the CBI's goal is to get those hoards back into banks before any rate change happens. That makes sense. You can't have a solid monetary reset when most of your money is floating around outside formal channels. It's a major logistical challenge. But the fact they're openly talking about it now shows this isn't just a theory anymore. It's clearly part of their staged planning. Now, she also brought up the idea of doing an in-country revaluation first, followed by an international one. And look, if you've been following my videos, you know I already broke this down and explained why a dual rate system is extremely unlikely. It just doesn't hold up against how global monetary systems are designed to function. But hey, what do I know? I'm not the CBI, and Mountain Goat says her contact is directly involved in this project. So I'll respect that and leave space for the possibility. Plans like these can evolve. What's discussed internally today might not be what ultimately rolls out tomorrow, but at the very least, we're getting a clearer window into how the conversation is unfolding behind the scenes. Now, there's also chatter, especially from voices like FNU LNU, saying this entire thing is still years away because banking reforms will take 2 to 3 years to complete. Honestly, that take just doesn't add up. Iraq bringing in Ernst Young to restructure its state-owned banks is definitely a big deal, but that kind of modernization work doesn't have to be finished before they make a move on the exchange rate. Look at Kuwait in the 90s, or even Germany after World War II. Both adjusted their currency first and kept fixing their banking systems over time. Same with Vietnam and Egypt. These are parallel tracks. Iraq can absolutely roll out a new rate while still upgrading its banking sector. And here's why waiting years wouldn't even make sense. Iraq is under real pressure now. They've got billions in foreign reserves, a solid trade surplus, and yet the dinar remains pegged at a rate that no longer reflects the true strength of their economy. Plus, with the de-dollarization push, banning USD in local transactions and their digital currency initiatives, all these reforms are designed to support a stronger dinar, not delay it. This is why I don't buy the idea that we're waiting until 2027. These reforms are happening fast and publicly. Iraq is clearly aligning itself with IMF expectations and global financial standards. If anything, a rate shift now would accelerate those reforms by restoring confidence and attracting foreign investment. Look, I'm not claiming to have a date or a rate, and I'm not here to hype things up. But when you take a step back and look at everything Iraq has put in motion, from digital payment deadlines to the narrowing gap between the market and official exchange rates, to CBI officials openly discussing monetary tools on TV, it's hard not to see the pattern. These aren't scattered updates anymore. This is a coordinated effort. In my opinion, Iraq is setting the stage, and if they continue at this pace, the question is no longer if something is coming, but when. Finally, we posted a breaking analysis video the other day. Iraq just made a major move toward joining the World Trade Organization by completing comprehensive technical responses, an essential step that signals a shift toward full international integration. While this might seem like a routine headline, it's actually one of the strongest signs that Iraq could be preparing to move off the program rate and take the dinar global. In this video, I'll break down how this development ties directly into the RVRI process, how it connects with IMF Article of 8 compliance, and why this moment could indicate the beginning of the end for the 1300 rate. If you've been watching for the clues and waiting for confirmation that Iraq is ready, this is the update you don't want to overlook. Most people will miss the significance until it's too late. Please go ahead and check it out by clicking on the link on the top right of this video, as you don't want to miss this. Lastly, We will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next video. Bye.